Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we're going to be looking at how to incursion, or a guide to incursions, or how to play incursions, however you want to say it. So Incursions is the latest game mode replacing dungeons, and it is both similar to and very different from incursions. Now, or from dungeons, excuse me. Now, like dungeons, you are going to need a partner to play incursions in order to remove the linked nodes from the mini bosses. And that's really about the only thing incursions has similar to dungeons. Well, that and the cooldown timers for your champs. Now you're going to want a reliable partner because communication is key in this game. Now, yes, you can use the in-game chat that they have available, but it's better if you use Skype, Line, or Discord. In my Discord, which a link to my Discord is in the description of this video, I will have several incursion chats available, so feel free to use them as you please. Now, for incursions, you are going to want to bring somewhat of a diverse roster because, well, let's face it, the mobs aren't limited to 2 classes like they were in dungeons. And also, you actually have the potential to face nodes in which you will take degen based on how many of the same class you have on your team. So keep that in mind. Now, there are no zone or room, as they were room in dungeons, they are zones in incursions. So there are no zone timers. However, there are fight timers, but the fight timers are 7 minutes. Now, another difference is there is a 5 item limit available to use for incursions. But I know what you're thinking, Katie. What happens if you use all of the 5 items and I need to revive or I need to heal my champs? Well, fret not, because there is a way that you can revive and heal your champs without using items. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to, when you enter the incursion, is you're going to want to decide who will take which mini boss and then decide what nodes you want taken out. Once that is determined, you choose the side of the map that you want to move, and once you move, you'll notice that you come across this that says Sabotage Server Link or Character Select. Now, if you choose Sabotage Server Link, it unlinks your first fight. If you choose Character Select, you then swap out one of your champs for another one, and then you'll have to take that fight linked, which we'll get into in a minute. Now, for the first zone, it's a good idea just to choose Sabotage Server Link, unless neither you nor your partner have an answer to the boss, because the boss is noted. But we'll get into the boss later on. Okay, so after you take down the first mob, you can choose a hack, to help push you through more zones. Now, you can choose a hack that will, enhance the ability of your champ, or, add a crit damage or a crit rating, something along those lines. There will be 3 for you to choose from. Now, these hacks for the first zone in Sector 7, now Sector 7 is the highest available, and it's the one with the best rewards, to be honest. The first zone hacks last for 3 zones, and they kind of go up the farther that you get. Now, once you defeat the mini boss, you will be given another hack to choose from, and the hacks do stack. So you could add another of the same hack and stack it, or you could choose a different hack. Now, it is a good idea to choose hacks that play off of each other because this will help you out in zones to come. Now, like I said, the boss is noted, and unlike dungeons, you don't heal up from fighting the boss. Remember, in dungeons, the boss would degen and you would regen every time you struck him. Well, this is not the same thing, so keep that in mind. You will not regen when you're fighting the boss. Now, the best way to counter the boss is, to be honest, whoever has the better option for the boss, whoever might be the more skilled fighter, is a good way to go at it. Or if you just want to go at it, go for it. There's really no rhyme or reason to decide who should take the boss other than who has the best counter or who potentially has the more health as time goes on. Now, once the boss is down, you'll move to another node that will say pick up boss module, tend wounds, or team heal. Now, the tend wounds will revive all your KO'd champs to 20%, and the team heal will heal them by 40% of their base health. Now, the Pickup Boss module will give you a list of rare hacks for you to choose from in order to apply to your champs. Now, these can be various things such as Add a Fury or Inflict Shock or Nullify, something along those lines. They're pretty neat. So they basically allow champs that couldn't do something to do something. So here I have Corvus about to inflict shock damage on Stark Spidey, which is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I also had Omega Red and Nick Fury dealing Incinerate damage before, so it is kind of a cool thing because you can customize your champs and make them super OP. And so for a boss fight later on down, this was Captain Sparkles. I forget how much health she actually had. I can't remember what zone this was. I want to say it was like 3 or 4, maybe higher. I can't remember. Now, obviously, adding shock damage to Captain Sparkles is not the best idea, but what I really want to showcase here is when you have things that stack. So here I had crit rating stacked and critical damage stacked, and also Corvus has some furies. So watch this special too that he does. Now, this is a 565 Corvus, so let me slow that special down for you, so you guys can see it in slow motion to see those big yellow numbers, because we all love those big yellow numbers. So the first 2 hits, each one is 31k, and the final hit is 88k, over 88k. So Corvus's special 2 did over 140k, which is amazing. So this is a fun way to make your champs absolutely incredible. Okay, so anyway, for the first zone, you shouldn't really be KO'd or have to heal too much. So it's wise to choose the Pickup Boss module to add more hacks onto you to help you out when you move on to the next zones. Okay, so you've completed, your first zone, you get the rewards. If you want a more detailed look into the rewards, I will post a link to a video that I did going over my initial thoughts on Incursions and the rewards in the description of this video for you to check out. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next zone, and you're back to choosing sides and scouting out what nodes the boss has. Again, you can choose Sabotage Server Link or Character Select. If neither of you have a counter to the boss, Character Select can be chosen. However, in choosing this, the first fight will be linked, and whatever percentage of health that you swap out a champ with, the new champ will come in with that percentage of health. So, no, you can't swap out a KO champ or one with hardly any health left. Honestly, I wouldn't choose Character Select over Sabotage Server Link unless you or your partner don't have an answer to the boss. Okay, so, now you've cleared a few zones and you're thinking, is it wise to choose, Tend Wounds or Team Heal? Is it wise to choose one of those two? Well, it is and it isn't. If you choose either Tend Wounds or Team Heal, you're gonna lose out on the hacks. Now, having those hacks is super beneficial in the later zones when you'll be facing more nodes, you'll be facing more nodes, you'll be facing higher health pools. It's gonna get pretty hairy. So it all depends on how far you and your partner want to push. Now, let's say you're like, well, how can I see what my hacks are? Well, if you see that little purple icon, you can go ahead and click on it and you can check, you can check your hacks, you can check your partner's hacks, you can check your partner's health, that sort of things. You'll be facing some pretty high health pools, and also with the high health pools comes high attacks. So if you see She-Hulk here, she's got over 250k health, and she's also got 18k attack. Now, I believe this OG Spidey, who's got loads of nodes, I believe he had like 22k attack, something like that, almost 25k attack. Let's say that, all your champions are KO'd and there's really no way to fight the boss, right? So you're like, well, I guess the only thing we can do is exit, right? We're all KO'd, and so if you just click the little red icon there, it'll exit. It'll bring you to this where it says quit incursion. Are you sure you want to exit with 21,364 points? And I know what you're thinking. But Katy, I will lose those points. Actually, you will not. Unlike dungeons, you keep the points that you earn. You don't lose them. So really, there's no reason why you shouldn't push as far as you can and go out in a blaze of glory. Like, keep going. Now, in order to get the top rewards, to hit all of the milestones for Sector 7, which is the highest sector available, you have to complete 8 rooms. Now, you could choose to push all the way through. I'm not gonna lie, pushing through Sector 8 is tough, but these are a lot of fun. They're not hard to do. I do enjoy them more than dungeons, and I was a huge proponent of dungeons. So, but anyways, guys, that's all that I got for How to Incursion. Let me know in the comments below, will you be playing Incursions? Will you be using this as a guide? What do you think of Incursions? Do you think the rewards are worth it? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.